let's just get into some type of position because hey, not nice. Hello, Harper. Good, how are you? Hello, Punk Bunny. This will be tomorrow's threshold. So today I'm going to be not doing anything crazy, but I just want to... What did I do? Zofana. I have a pencil I found. I'm going to use that today, because why not? Looks pretty cool. But, Kill. Hello, Kicks. I'm gonna do a very annoying part, which is redraw pretty much everything before I do the next chapter. Oh. Oh no. Let's see if I got a text message. Did he change his number again? What's Punky? Is that the bunny thing you drew? I actually did like it. It was good. Alright, where was we? Alright, where was we? I gotta organize real quick. I'm down to one lamp right now. I'm not using those other ones because there's no good spot to put it where it doesn't make a weird shadow. You know what I mean? Especially the shadow of the Colossus. No, the shadow of... So I'm going to redo every single panel. Well, not every single panel, but the early ones. I do remember your name from like a long time ago. Alright, where was I? Alright, let's get this started. Alright. We're just gonna be fixing up some stuff. Oh, the beads are on me. Get these beads off of me! Anyway. We're just gonna put him right here too, just for funsies, so people know what we're about. I always like to have Flora out as well, because she's a good, you know... Key. So we're just gonna be like kind of remastering our older stuff. This arm's too long though. But yeah, we're gonna be remastering. Fixing. Yeah, this one's even. This one is not. Because Because I was going to be like, oh, I'll just do it digital. But I was like, why don't I just fix it now and just live stream? Because I'm not going to live stream when I do it digitally. When I do the, because, yeah, we already know why, but yeah. So eventually it's going to get to a point where I can't be live streaming and I have to lock in for a bit. But, yeah. What stream are you in? Well, we're going to have a chill stream today because I got a headache and my eyes are stinging. My eyes! They bleed. But yeah. We're going to draw. I don't even remember. Is this drawing? This is, when have we ever painted? Thank you for the thumbs up, Corvex. When have we ever painted, darling? When have we ever? I can't answer that right now. Alright. I can't answer that. You feel pissed off today? You don't know why you feel pissed off? It'd be like that. Sometimes I'm in the mood of like, do I want to be pissed off today? And if so, what do I want to be pissed off at? Hey, you old man. Yeah, you. So how many times do we have to tell you, old man? Alright, I keep making my hands small. But you know what? I'll just enlarge it digitally. I don't care anymore. This one's a good hand. This one's a decent hand. Hands. Kicks, hands. Ow. I say hands and you roll. Your stomach turns in the middle of the night. You have a weird vomiting sensation. What's your boundaries, Kicks? All I know is the person who makes the biggest deal about boundaries and stuff always gets them crossed. Yeah, this hand is pretty decent, all things considered. Ton, tan. What are you even saying? I have cranberry juice today. Actually, that's what I had last time. Sometimes I ask myself, whenever I'm pissed off, it's always because I'm on the female monthly celebration. Yep, can't get in. It's the one you guys got nerfed. Hello, boo boo. I wouldn't even say that. I don't know why people like Labubu's, honestly. Yeah, they look cool, but I hate when things become so trendy. I just hate it. Did I tell you guys that ever? I just hate it. Like, why does things become trendy? Like, you like it because someone else likes it, is what you're telling me? And that's usually the case, and that's one of the things, like, that's one of the case circumstances for sure. But I'm just a trend hater, guys. Anything that's a trend, I hate immediately. You guys know that? Well, now you do. Anything that's a trend, I just hate. Because in my experience from just like I'm watching people, observing them, and every time there's a new trend, sometimes a trend counteracts their original beliefs on the prior trend. So I'm like, okay, what happened now? Like I remember on my other account, fellers, I was wearing jorts, so people was flaming me. They even duetted my other account saying, "What are you wearing, jorts?" Right? And then months later, jorts were in style, and guess what? Hey, hop off my. Now everyone would wear jorts. How about you repeat your comment so I don't have to read it again? If I'm buggy, I like to be left alone. Oh. Yeah, that's real rage kicks. That's real rage. I understand that pain. Honestly, when I do like FlamesCreate, I make it purposely lowercase, but every time someone says flame, I just imagine overthrown because he's the one who says it. But yeah. Anyways, like what are some things like what are trends you guys hate? What are like trends that like you guys? And I'm a gatekeeper too. I'll always gatekeep. I'll always gatekeep. Like you ever start like I always start phrases and then it just gets widely used and it's like I've never said it before. I'm like, all right, I'm never saying this word ever again. And by widely used, I just mean amongst your peers, but never saying this ever again. Oh yeah, my friend sent me a picture. He was wearing my glasses. You know how I'm a person all about originality? He basically had my glasses on. I am not being in the same place as him. He that was like this my glasses is a key part of my swag, you know. It's like me, Punk Bunny. It's like me making a fursona and it looks like yours but blue and I said this is my fursona. Get the fuck I'm gonna go animate. Yeah, we'll see what you're animating. Hello, Evelina. I don't know any trends. I have art block. Holy stars. Well, draw your star person. Draw your star person. Interacting with an environment. Draw like a little 3-panel sequence. You guys like hate when I say that a lot, but it's true. Them 3-panel sequences go crazy. You know what I'm saying? I'm really this got 10 times better just by just drawing ripples on the shirt. But I should make his head smaller for sure. Honestly, that's why I don't like DJ Khaled. I've always hated Drake. Well, hate's a strong word, but I dislike him a lot. Because dudes will be playing Drake like it's religious. Like, there's no way you play the entire album word for word on repeat. It's like I'm guaranteed to hear them when I go in a car. I told you guys my pet peeve too. It's repetition, hearing the same thing. So that plus hating the trend. Oh my god. Yeah, I'm a trend hater for sure. And the psychology behind it for me is just like I have like low faith in humanity type thing. So every time people act like a herd or a sheep over something that they're not really interested in, like you know those mugs where the middle-aged white mothers were running into the store and panicking over these mugs just to get these special mugs that were nothing crazy about them. Like, or the Starbucks cups that have red Starbucks cups. They're just red cups. Come on, people. Like, you're sad. Hold on. Let me blow my nose. I'm going to actually BRB because my nose is, like, getting a little snotty. I'll be right back. God. Anyways, where was I? My first Sona is cool. But like another thing, like the stereotype of the black person wearing Jordans. Like they seek out Jordans. Like, come on, dude. You're making us look bad. You know what I mean? And most people like Jordans. They do look cool when you get them, but there's no reason to actually. They're not worth the energy. And it just disgusts me overall when people flock to a trend that they don't even actually like. It's really just it's disappointing for my faith in humanity. But that's my rant for today. And I don't ask for people to be original, really, or be creative even. I just ask them to think for themselves. But they can't. Like, are you really gonna go, like, the Grimace Shake? I understand the Grimace Shake one because it's like, oh, it's something you can actually use and, like, taste to see what all the fuss is about. But, like, other than that, shut. Labubu's is on the same scale of, what the hell, you don't even like this type of stuff. Like, I know people who love Stranger Things because it's Stranger Things, but won't even try Star Wars. Won't even, like, no, it's nerd, they'll say it's nerd shit or whatever, right? But they'll be watching Stranger Things and there's powers in there like it's Star Wars. What is the three main axes of movement? I don't know. Y, X, and Z? What are you talking about? I don't. Chihuahua Perry? What? No one's bought a commission? Yeah, that's how it's gonna go. That's why I was telling you fast when you was getting offered it on Roblox or something like that, and I said you take those commissions fast because artists these days, especially these days, artists won't get commissions. Why are you quizzing me? That's the real question. I don't like being quizzed. If I want to be quizzed, I'll go back to school. Now I should interrogate you, Janet. Janet. Or is it Janetto the Row? Janetto. I don't know, man. I just know Zed is one of them. I don't fucking. Who are you saying, Evelina? Listen, even if I know the axes, I'm not interested. So it's like if you don't use it, you lose it. People want me to make adopts, but I think adopts are stupid. I don't even know what adopts is. Never heard of it. So I'm glad I'm not really too brain rotten. Pink Kicks is a 1 foot chibi little guy far away, but up close he's 6 feet tall, and the appearance of a 17-year-old. What? What? Why is he so far away then? That doesn't make any sense. He's gonna be up close eventually. Alright, I don't even know what I was talking about. Evelina is just saying things. You're about to get cooked. Alright, where was I? Evelina's getting cooked 101. Did I get a text? Hold on, let me get this text real quick. Adopt is when you make an OC and people buy the OC, then it's only their OC. That's dumb. That's the equivalent of artist NFT. There's no difference between that and an NFT. You might as well just get that's borderline NFT, people. What is this figure? Well, we're drawing a character. We're drawing this guy. We're remastering our old art. But yeah. Well, for the chapter that's gonna come up. But yes, this is my figure. Fake Pepino. That's it. You're getting it. You're getting something. Oh wait, that wasn't supposed to be there. No one with a brain cell would trade OCs. There's like no point in that. This ain't Pokemon. This ain't Poke. A gift. What are you saying? Flame, what would you do if I broke your door right now? I'd fix my door and I'm like, thanks. Well, first off, I wouldn't know who you are. Second off, you're not escaping me. So that's the real thing. You're gonna knock down my door and you're getting grabbed. And you're getting interrogated. And then, while I wrap you in whatever, you're basically held hostage until I get answers. No, actually, let's play how it would really go. You knock down my door, and I'll tell you, take a seat, and you'll take a seat. My boyfriend's mother has succulents. Had another child. What? It's crazy when a mom has a child late in the game after raising children. Like, you that bored? Who are you messing with? That gift is for Christmas. What are you talking about? Are you talking about this? Titan Jaeger. Alright. Eren Jaeger. Eren. I'm still upset about the whole attack on Titan. What could have happened? If she just would, one of them would have spoken up. Like, even though that wouldn't. Listen, if I was a founding Titan, there'd be no problems. If I was the founding Titan. Mikasa. 35. If I was the founding Titan, there'd be no world problems, that's for sure. What? Hi. Who sent a message? And where? I keep getting Discord notifications, but I can't see where it's from. Hang on. Who can make the sun rise? The Candyman. Blood is blue in the pink world. Yep. I don't know what you're talking about, Kix. Hello, Kix. I mean, Connor. Connor's power's out. Hope you're not in Washington. What are you talking about, Willy Wonka? This is boring? Well, if you're not drawing, what are you doing? What do you want me to be? Jumping up and down, shaking ass? What the hell do you want from me? I'm literally drawing. If you're not drawing, you're stupid. How does that sound? If you're not making art right now, think of this as a podcast. You don't just sit down and stare at the screen when you're watching a podcast, do you? No, you're doing something. And you should be doing something. Now here, have some of this. Oh geez. Collar is in Colorado. Uh-oh, the receiver. He's got you. There's no running away. For a really radical art career. For a radical art career, brother. Yes, pretty much. I mean, if you're not drawing, what are you doing? Or if you're not doing anything right now while you're watching me, what are you doing? I'm gonna actually talk you to sleep, to be honest. That's the goal right. That's the goal right now. And I'm eating a bean burrito. Right. That's the goal. The wonderful goal. Definitely not in Colorado. He's lying, guys. All right, let's oh, we already did this one. Okay. Ha. I could redo this one. But I don't want to. No, because his outfit did change when I... Or maybe I should just make this an oversized tee. I'll just go back to this and make it an oversized tee so I don't have to deal with it. And then maybe I'll make these jeans. The oversized tee, man. Don't get nothing like it. Oh, his sleeves are oversized too. God damn it. Floor, go away. Hello, Irene. I'm dropping random facts. Go ahead, drop all the facts you know. I know your next challenge for next week. I hope you know that. If you're pertaining to the challenge, it'll be easy though. The challenges, I want them to be easy. I don't want them to be something like you're dreading. They're really simple. And there's something you're probably gonna do anyways. But it kind of like, you know, there's nothing better than getting that like dopamine fill from doing something you were supposed to do. But even better because like, you know, you did it earlier and it's like making your bed in the morning, you know. Oh, I made my bed in the morning. But yeah. Alright, this dude's not supposed to be this. No, fam. The goal of life is to be lonely, sad, religious, or be an artist. That's hilarious. I mean, lonely, sad, and religious, that's probably all intertwined. But, the goal in life is to figure out what life is. That's the goal in life. The goal in life is to go on a journey, whatever journey is for you, and do something with yourself, really. Do something that has meaning and impact. And that's the goal of life. The goal of life is finding the goal of life. It's really the journey, not the destination type beat, you know? And that's why when you have it all too early, you don't know what to do yourself. Succumb to depression. You know what I hate? When people that with a lot of money be like, it's depressing when you have a lot of money. Bro, shut up. I hate when people say that. You know how hard it is to have a lot of... Like, you'll see rich people on there and be like... He said there's no happiness... Like, trying to justify their riches. You know what I mean? Like, if I had millions and billions of dollars, I'd be, like, saving the planet. You know what I mean? But no. You do tattoos. I only do the butterflies on the lower back. That's what I'll do for you. Alright. Where was I? The Alright, where is this? I gotta make sure. I could redo this or make this up to speed, but I think this looks decent right here. What do you mean? The reason why I said is boring software or tutorial ware. What the hell? I'm playing local online Mario Kart on my DS. That's funny. Anyway. Okay, sir or ma'am. I don't know what you want from me. Anyway. Where was I? They said this isn't the art channel for them, like, I'm a service and they're getting a refund. But, clean my hand? The fuck are you talking about? Get your stupid ass out. Someone take their dumb ass out of here. Clean my hand? What are you saying? Alright, I'm... Be gone. Alright. Kicks. Anytime someone says something stupid, take them away for good. The fuck? I know. I don't get it. Like, what do you want from me? They want me to make sure their car's extended warranty is on par. Alright. This is basically... Yeah, let's just draw this real quick. I'm going to show the entire chapter in a moment. Well, when we get deep in it. Well, not the entire... Well, I'm going to have to split it off into multiple chapters. I like fish. What kind of fish? Some fish are fire. Like, I'm scared of the ocean, but that also makes me watch a lot of videos on the internet that has to do with, like, strangest things in the ocean. The colossal squid, #1. Now, I think I like how this looks. I could make it look a little bit, but this doesn't fit the outfit that he's wearing. There's nothing really wrong with this one, honestly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this one. How about we just read to the point where we get to the point. We're gonna read just the chapter until we get to a point where it's like trash, and then we're gonna redo it or something. No, they expect me to be screaming at my phone like this is, like I'm a streamer or something. I am not a streamer. I am not one of those. Never. You're a cute drawing. How about that? You're the cutest drawing I've ever seen, in fact. Alright, let's just get into the bread and butter. So he's stumbling down an alley. Should I draw the background to this? Nah. Actually, yes, I could. Okay. I apologize, people. Alright, let's just read the entire thing anyways. So whoever's in here, you're gonna get spoiled for the entire chapter. But it's gonna change when I do it digitally, some of it, so it doesn't matter. Alright, let's dig into it. Okay, he stumbles down the alley. Alright, this is what I just redid, so this is unnecessary paper. Throw that to the ground. Thank you, Harper. The glazing's lovely. It's making me feel good. All tingly inside. Anyways. He says, eh? What? Then he yells, it's a monster! And then the town gets together. They basically crowd. It's like, hey, what the f I can't swear too much in here. The f you doing? And then they basically collar around him. Alright, let's get to the part. This guy's like, he's like, he hits him on the shoulder, basically patting his shoulder. And then he's like, get off of me, basically. He hits his arm off. Like, what are you doing, like, trying to bully me? You ever had, like, a bully in school that, like, touches you aggressively for no reason? That's the initiative when they're about to start bullying you. Anyway, yes. Hello again. I can never say her name. I'm just going to say Rain. Rain Sonogi. Alright, anyway. So then he gets, like, disgruntled from it and rams his hammer into him because he feels justified. And then my instinct, we're going to need a fill-in panel between, but his instinct is... He spins so fast, whips his hands using his blood off instinct, and just chops him in half. He kind of does it by accident. Let's be honest here. He doesn't even know how he did that. He just did that by accident. His, like, primal instinct. I mean, if someone did that to you, I would... I am not drawing... I thought dabbing's done and over with. So then there's, like, the townspeople like, oh, what the f... Because they just chopped homie in half. Look at him. He's down there bleeding. And they're not my girlfriend. I immediately get pissed. Honestly, I hate when people walk up in my face and they start talking in my face. You know what I mean? They're like, they gotta stand right in front of you to talk to you in your face. I'm like, I don't want to smell you, and I don't want you to smell me. I may smell like fruity goodness or strawberry pound cake, but you know what I mean? Anyway. And then he blocks one of the... Because the guys are coming up on him. I can't even see that word. And then he comes up behind him. Ting! Blocks it with his own blood. So he doesn't actually... It's not a ting noise. It like slices into the thick liquid. Because he's doing his powers and stuff. And this guy's coming up. We're going to change this a little bit. But his boof samurai outfit. He's going to be like one of those guys. He's in his boxers right now. He spent all his money on his armor and a sword. But he has like little skill. All he knows is thrusting at like... He's one of those guys that just bought it and can't use it that well. Then he tries, he turns around as on this guy and scares the crap out of him. Now, integrants are going to have these things where it's just like, what people see. No one can see this, but only the person that's getting intimidated can see it. Or can feel the rage type thing. And then he falls down on the ground. And we cut to this point where it's just like, we need your help. This guy. Oh, I forgot he has a wart on his head. Yeah, I gotta put that in. And he's, we need your help. A monster, a man made of blood. He exhales. One last time, whatever you want. Even my daughter's hand. He's like, Hyla. Because that's her name, I guess. Don't kin flame. What does that mean? There's the girl. That's the daughter he's talking to. His childhood crush, basically. The daughter. He's like, I'll give you a lot. He'll offer up her hand and whatever. And then now Ichor's still fighting. Fights this guy. Knocks his blade out of his hand. Doesn't really do nothing to him. Just knocks his blade out of his hand. That's how inexperienced he is. There's the dotted line and the blade's flying off into the distance. Then his desk chair slides back. I don't know how to make the sliding wood noise with my mouth, but he gets up. A man made of blood, huh? I'm the guy that was saying about the sausage in his hand. I do recall someone saying that, but where was that referring? Who has a sausage? When we get to that part, you're going to point it out, okay? Because I don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, so he's still fighting. This guy tries to fight him. He spent all his money on armor, but he's using like some wooden thing. He gets blasted. This girl just has she's just fiending for a kill. She's like the type that was gonna kill her husband in the late. Anyways, and he's like, the tab's on you, and he leaves. This guy's like, ugh. He says the tab is on you as he's leaving. Ichor's still fighting people. I gotta finish this. We're gonna have people trying to like get blasted away from this potentially. A few streams ago. You were drawing the goblin-looking guy? Yes, this guy. This is what I did a few streams ago. But, yeah. Anyway, let's lock in a bit. So, Ichor's still fighting, right? He is a femboy. Does he ever find it that if you start sharpening in the afternoon? What? Anyways, he's like, so I hear you've been stirring up trouble. He notices, the dude on the dead guy on the ground. He says, no, big guy. He gave me a helping hand when I was a coin short. A coin falls out. Now he looks like some girl or something like that, some thick girl. And this guy picks it up. He's like, hey, miss, you dropped something. He's like, oh, what the? He notices it's a full-grown male. He's like, nah, what the hell? But that's the guy who's dead on the ground. He said, He says, looks like I got my work cut out for me, don't I? And Ichor's just not talking. No words, huh? Hello, JJ, man. Welcome back. So he just looks at him. He's about to get ready. We got to finish this panel, of course, where he's just getting his gear on. And he says, okay, go. He starts dashing. So he goes to slice Ichor. Spink. He goes to slice him. He gets low. He ducks in. He rolls under. About to kick him in the face. He needs painted nails. I don't know if I'm going to do that. I don't think any of the goblin ladies paint their nails, so... He misses, he just barely dodges it. Then Ichor goes up for a punch. He's dashing back. And then he does this. He jumps back like a nice little graceful flip backwards. And he's pointing at him as he's back there. But a special! And he says, you see? Shoot. No, he's going to say, this is going to be the first panel, the bottom one. He said, to make it fair and fun, I'll share a secret and you tell me yours. He's still trying to converse with him. He says, see these shoes? Yes, quite fashionable, I know. But the sole is blade, so be careful. He says, huh, still not talking, huh? And then the townspeople are like, why is he still talking? Why is he talking to the enemy? Huh? Why is he conversing with the enemy? And then he dashes again. Ichor starts running up. He goes for a punch. Now, there's going to be a different type of blade in here, of course, but I didn't know what blade I was going to use at the time. So he goes for a punch. Ichor dodges it. Oh, yeah, I got to draw this. All right, cool. He punches right here. He gets to the side. Ichor's using his blade, his blood ability. He's about to come up. He stops him with it by elbowing his arm, which hurts, of course. Then Ichor punches him in the face right after. And then eventually he spins out of that, gracefully does this little cartwheel kick and cuts him in the chest. Right there. Gash. He starts bleeding right there. Then he dashes back and he says, let's see if Bloodman can handle his own blood spilling. So right here is blood spilling from his shirt. And then he's like, he's watching him as he's like about to do something. He said, I could stop him, but it's entertaining. Oh well. And now he's controlling his blood, basically putting it back where it goes. Eats the art. I'll eat your art. Anyways, he says, surprise! He was gonna watch him as he's doing it, but he surprised him. And then Ichor, moment's notice, he unleashes the blood that was coming out from his chest. He's like, what the? It's coming out of his chest. Unleashes. And then unleashes it. He dodges it, just barely gets out of the way. And then he falls to the ground. He says, imagine what you can do with a hand cut off. If I want to win, I must do it swiftly. And then Ichor grabs his tool thing. He injects it in himself. He pushes in. It's his charm, of course, which allows him to harden his own blood. Now he takes the blood that seared out of his chest, and he basically grabs it out. And he grabs it, and he holds it in the air. He said, it's always a sword, he says. And then Ichor's walking up towards him. Stop saying dash. Oh, yeah, the dasher. Hello, David. He's walking up towards him. He says, I'll admit, turning your wound into a weapon's quite impressive. What good is a new tool if a tool's using it? And then laughs at him. Ichor goes to slice him. He dodges it, jumps in the air. As you can see, his foot barely leaving the panel. He's in the sky right now. And, he's right here. He's about to throw his blades on his hand. Blade Blunder, he's going to be calling it. He calls it Blade Blunder. He throws his blades that were connected to his wrists. And then Ichor sees it as they're flying at him. Ting! He hits one of them out the way, basically. And he's getting into his stance. He's about to charge him. He's right here. And he's right there in the back while Ichor knocks the final one away. He notices it last second, but gets punched in the face. Bam! Look at that. That's a crazy punch to the face. Thank you, David. It is my series called... I don't even have the paper. Where's the paper for... Bam! Anyway. Punches him in the face, knees him in the stomach, and his sword clanks to the ground. Ichor... He starts to you do the configuration, the same thing Bora did in the earliest chapters, probably chapter number 4 or 5 or something. He tries to configure the remaining blood from the sword, and he tries to use it to like slash him, but he missed because he dodged it clearly. And he's like, he says, so it seems he needs his blood back, so it must cost him to use it as the blood's coming back into his system. Now, Ichor can spawn blood. He can use blood on willy-nilly, but if he uses of his own blood, he's going to need it back. Because that would make no sense if he's draining himself and he's going to need it back. But yeah, he says, so what if... And then the townspeople are like, hey, idiot, don't you want to attack him while he's recovering? He's like, huh? What are you talking about? He's like, shut up, you stupid crony. You'd all be dead right now if I wasn't here. And that's not finished. He says, the nerve of some people interrupting us. And he gets whammed in the face. Bam! By Ichor's like red blood cell move. And he's going to get knocked back pretty much. Bloodman needs a hug. He really does need a hug. And then eventually he's going to get hit into some boxes or people's going to be holding him here. I'm not sure yet. Then he's like, as he gets up, because he's kind of pissed because he just got sucker punched basically in his eyes. And he looks to the right. He's like, Hyla, looking more beautiful than ever. He says, what's she doing with that sleazeball, this guy? He says, what's she doing with this rich sleazeball? She probably got married off to money to help her family out type of deal. If you ever seen those things where they get married off to like a rich person that they don't like at all, but it's to help the family out. And he says, forced into money, I won't allow it. He says, well, that's not nice of you, blood boy. I'm going to put blood boy. He's going to say blood boy. All right, blood boy. He said, at least it wasn't fatal. Your mistake. So Ichor gets ready. He wraps some of the remaining blood on the ground around his arms. He starts dashing at him. And then Ichor makes a blood shield. And he's about to go for a punch. Force of Samurai. Samurai Jaku. And then he jumps over the shield. Ichor uses the blood that's coming out from his arm. And he sends it out, basically, controlling it. And it's shooting up. It wraps around, tightens, and then it goes grips, and then he's pulling him back down to from the sky to the ground. Bam! Hits the ground, and then he pulls it in more, so he's sliding him. Now he's pulling him still. He's pulling him down, and he's turning the shield thing into more of a sharper tool. And then it zooms in on his blade feet, or the blade that's on his shoes. And he's like. He gets in a position, he does this break dancing move to cut loose from the blood rope thing. Whirlwind slice, he calls it. Ichor gets ready, says, what trick is this he's about to do? I don't even think he knows. He says, you know you're supposed to name your moves for style points. Alright, hold on. He says, you're supposed to name your moves for style points. And this is basically supposed to just let people know that a lot of the characters are going to have named moves in the series. But yeah. You're supposed to name your moves or style points. Everyone knows that. He says, okay, go. He says, okay, go again. Ichor gets in a place. He sends his blood cell things at him. And he notices one of them explodes basically in his face. It hits him, but he like just barely narrowly escapes. He does this little spin to recover and lands. He's like, ouch. He says, hey, no fair. Because he puts the blood cells over the weapons he used earlier that he was trying to get. And it basically plops over them so he can't get them, otherwise they'll explode. And now he starts dashing again. Ichor's doing some like blood net thing. And he's just watching him. Ichor increases this blood net. He's still running. And it gets wider and wider, the blood net. And then he does this cartwheel cut because he's right at the moment. And he's going to cut the blood net right here using his blade on his feet and the speed that he was running. Cartwheel cut and then kicks him. So I'm going to have to use a panel where it cuts the blade, and I'm going to need a in-between right here, but yeah. And then he kicks him right there. Bam! Alright, where's the words? Bam. I'll put that later. But yeah, kicks him right in the chest. Then he goes flying. Bam! Into the wall or something like that. But this, we're not at that part yet. And that's when we get to this panel. Right here. Okay, I'm out of breath. That's when we get to this part. This one I tried a little harder on. He says, get up, stranger. Abomination. Don't let them win. But yeah. Well, technically, no one's the bad guy in this circumstance. But the townspeople, if anything. That's why this phrase is said right here. But, Ichor's not really a bad person. He just got caught up in a bad moment and they're taking advantage. Because this is a hostile town that's very reactive. So, of course, the people are going to be more hostile and more aggro and whatever you call it. But, yeah, don't draw fan art unless it's to increase your skill or whatever. But, draw your own character. Anyways. But yeah, eventually the townspeople are going to cut his arms off. They're going to do a public execution. That's the spoiler. Next chapter, the chapter after, the townspeople are going to see that he's knocked out. They're going to tie him up and hold a public execution. And that's where they cut both his arms off. They're going to cut both his arms off. That's where he's going to look like this afterwards, because he's still starving, mind you. He waltzed into the town looking for food. But yeah, they're going to cut his arms off eventually. He's going to use his blood powers to make arms out of it, permanent arms, that he can manipulate. So then he just starts going crazy. But yeah, they cut his arms off, though. Then he's just like, they publicly basically tortured him. He didn't know what was going on. This guy doesn't know. I'm going to give huge spoilers, though. So he runs at him, cuts him off. I got to redo some of this. Chops him in half. And then there's the aftermath of Ichor basically tired from doing all that. He doesn't kill Shawty. He's about to, like, accidentally kill, like, Shawty's love, I guess you could say. Shawty's the guy's name, because it's funny. Anyways, Ichor's about to accidentally kill Shawty's. But Ichor stops right before... Ichor was about to, like, swipe at Shawty, but the girl, his crush, basically covers herself to try and defend him by using her body to protect him, but Ichor stops right there. So as the town's mutilated, Ichor, mind you, doesn't kill any of the kids. He just kills the adults. But this is way after she shows up, but she's a different story. We're not ready for her. She's like some powerful thing. Motherfucker just be showing up. But you'll love this girl. I love this girl, man. Anyway. Where is she? Where's her? Yeah, there's her. Her name's Verm. She's gonna show up towards the end, but yeah. Oh, damn is right. But yeah, she shows up later. Then here's Ichor in like a potential future outfit, but we're not worried about that right now. But yeah, Ichor's gonna spare Shaw T, and Shaw T actually is gonna hold on. I drew him when he was like older. This is Shao-Ti Aftermath. So maybe we're going to see him in the near future. He survives. He takes care of the kids with the girl that he wished, because everyone else died but her and him and maybe the father and a lot of the children that was left indoors. But yeah, so he's gonna look like this in the future. But yeah, he might help Ichor out one day in the future. Who knows? But he starts to look like this. Yeah, I drew that. That was pretty far. Anyway. So he goes from this to this. He matures up a little bit. He locks in and he takes care of the rest of the village by himself and with Hyla. Because Hyla also is more of a farm girl. So they work well together. This is Hyla, the other girl. But yeah. God damn it. My pencils keep dropping. I want to use this guy, but I don't have a spot for him. He's so damn cool. But yeah. Anyways. That's gonna be a part of that chapter though, but yeah, that's a time skip for him, but how many seasons? I'm not sure if we're gonna have a animation. A video game, yes, but an animation, I don't know. But I don't know. Will I make God mode? Yeah, he's gonna get a transformation. Ichor's gonna get a transformation. But yeah, these are the characters that's been introduced so far. I disappeared to the shower. Ichor. But yeah, next year sometime the physical copy will be out. The remaster is already looking beautiful. So yeah, I already showed you guys the digital art. We're still working on it. But you want to see? Hold on a minute. Just let me bring it up because it's so beautiful. Alright. Where is it? Don't do this to me. Alright, I guess I can't show it. But just know the remaster for the first chapter is going to be fire. Oh, God. What's my favorite OC? Her right there, baby. She's one of the stronger integrants. She's like 6. She's like a tall, very tall, powerful girl. She's magenta fluorite is what she is. She's like a purplish pink crystal, but I didn't have that color. But the color is more appropriate right here. But magenta fluorite is what she is. Her head anyway. And then we got Purin, and then we got Enra, the main guy, pretty much. Ichor's right here in the corner, actually. Next to the gummy bear priest. But yeah. It's called Numen's Law. But, yeah, eventually we're gonna have a video game with other people's OCs in it, of course. I want like a Smash Brothers. It's an easy play pickup game, but we're gonna have to go through our phases first before we just magically jump into something like that. But yeah. But she's my favorite so far. And then this guy back here. And then Purin. And then the gummy bear priests. Oh god. Anyway, I think I got low energy from that. I could keep drawing this. I'm gonna do that off the stream though. This is still fire panel, nonetheless, but yep, that's a part of that. Oi, oi, oi. Alright. I mean, either or could work, but it'll probably, if I could do both, what's to stop me, you know what I'm saying? Let's say you have a video, because I think a Smash Brothers is an easy to play pickup game where anyone could pick it up, anyone can know how to play it, and it's just an easy, fun game. And you can have other people's characters from other series. You know what I mean? It could be like a big artist thing. That's the dream. But yeah, it can be like an adventure type mode where you fight the character to unlock them type thing. But yeah. Don't think too hard. It's going to be its own thing first, and then when we get better with stuff. What should I draw Punky doing? I don't know. Going to the gym and working out. No, you already did that. Give me one idea for a character, like their personality. Okay, personality. Someone who just shouts all the time and doesn't listen. You know what I mean? A loudmouth. A loudmouth, cocky character, but deep down he's really self-conscious. Father. I mean, if you like your old comic book, why not? There's no such thing as a bad idea, just bad execution, I'd say. So, if you could just execute it differently, maybe. If you're bored and you don't know what to draw, execute your idea differently. Hello, Brandon. Should I draw the house? I don't know. What house? You can draw Bunky or whatever the name is to, whatever they seem like they're doing. Definitely is probably playing a guitar or something. Uh-oh, he's transformed, guys. I thought your birthday was the 28th. Hello. How are you? I'm wonderful. How are you? I thought your birthday was the 28th. I swear you said the 28th. Alright. I didn't know it was the 22nd. He's in Australia, guys. He just transformed. I'll keep drawing. I didn't see Najiro text me. Where I can just check his stream. He said he was gonna go live today. This is floor. Anyway. Let's see. Nah, he didn't say none. But should I keep drawing or should I stop yapping? Alright, let me just put this somewhere. Oh, it fits so beautifully in there. Put my BRBs away. What the F? What? What the F? What? My comic book name is Force of Samurai. Oh, y'all. Let me guess. It's about samurai. Later, nerds. Thank you for stopping by. I could go longer. Maybe I'll go live later. Huh. I don't want to. Aww. I'm about to exit. Exit off.